It's the difference between a fortress and a facade. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from chat number 1135 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. This message is dedicated to Brian Kane. Here's the upgrade. You may build a life that looks impregnable, but upgraded thinking knows the walls you can see are never the ones that save you. Here's the story. Think about what a castle is. The picture of wealth, the picture of security, the quintessential fortress, thick walls, high towers, built to keep the danger out. In the hills of Turkey, there's a place called Burj al-Babas. A developer built a whole village of castles. Hundreds of identical Disney-style castles sold to buyers chasing that feeling of magic and safety. So he borrowed and he built 587 castles, $200 million. Then Turkey's currency cracked, demand dried up, and the debt didn't care. Today, it's a ghost town. Rows and rows of empty castles, no water and no one home. 587 fortresses, and not one of them could survive a single bad year. But here's the twist. Those castles were copying Disney, and Disney copied a real one, Neuschwanstein, the fairy tale castle in Bavaria that inspired Sleeping Beauty Castle. According to Guinness World Records, it's the tallest castle in the world, one of the most photographed buildings in the world, and since opening to the public has had over 60 million visitors. Walt saw it and built his icon from its silhouette. But the history of Neuschwanstein is another layer to the story. It was the ruin of a king. Ludwig II poured his fortune and then mountains of borrowed money into building the castle. He went so deep his own government declared him unfit to rule, and days later he was found dead in a lake. He never saw the castle finished. So the fairy tale fortress the whole world copies was itself a monument to a man who mistook fantasy for foundation. History doesn't repeat, human nature does. Now here's the mirror, because this was never really about castles. We do the same thing with our own lives. We built the parts that show, the house, the title, the image, walls that photograph beautifully and protect nothing when the hard year comes. And the hard year always comes. That's when you find out whether you build a fortress or a facade. Sam Zell, who made billions buying when everyone else was buried in debt, said, "It did not matter how smart you were if you didn't have staying power." The real fortress is never the part people can see. It's the reserve underneath, the margin, the staying power. And now I can't look at that Disney logo, the castle that lights up before every movie, without thinking of this. The most magical picture in the world is built on the shape of a ruin. Let it be your reminder. The better story to tell yourself is, build the fortress no one can see. Keep something in reserve. Stay out of debt you can't survive. Build a life that can lose a year and keep going. Many are building an appearance of security and strength, but never the real thing. Tell me a story of staying power to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. Send someone a text and ask them, what are you doing to stay in the game? You can get a free copy of my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.